Hi, David at Batten 5 Smith, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. So anyway, this is more or less of a redo of a video that I did somewhat recently, but some new things have happened, so I just figured I'd just redo it because the last time I did this video, I think I just kind of harped on a couple of small points, which I shouldn't have done. Now, obviously, from the title, this is going to be about race realism. Now, race realism is something, it's completely fucking stupid. And the thing is, it seems like it's just a softer way of saying, I think that I'm better than you. Because, and here's the thing, they don't really come right out and say that. But that's what they mean. Because, you know, they say, well, there's a difference. Okay, well, who cares? If there is. But, you know, we're going to touch on that later. So anyway, I'm going to kind of go over some of the points I brought up in the first version of this video. Now, a while back, I had what I think, and I cannot back this up with any kind of demonstrable or empirical evidence. So I'm just going to say I think on this one. I think I actually got into it with FringeElements. Now, anyone who knows about FringeElements, they know for a fact that he has a lot of sock accounts. He has a lot of, you know, just other channels, other names that he goes through, I guess, to try to make his point, so you don't know that you're dealing with FringeElements. So, like I said, I think, don't know. I cannot prove this. But I think I was getting into it with him because it was mostly the speech patterns, like the way he typed, because I know how FringeElements makes comments. I know that type. I'm good at picking little things out. I wouldn't say I have like an eidetic memory. I'm not like the skeptical heretic here. That motherfucker remembers every goddamn thing, but they're just little things. Smells, certain sights, certain just little attributes that I remember. And so I'm thinking this is him. Now, can I explain this? He basically told me I have no right to speak about race realism, and this is mostly because I do not, I guess, speak the language of biology very well, and I'm going to admit that. You know, you ask me about, like, certain things like guitar repairs, shit like that, certain toys, yes, I'm very fucking good. Other little things, you know, like certain mechanical things, yeah, I can talk to you, tools, whatever. But there are certain things I'm pretty fucking stupid about. Sports, that's one thing. A lot of literature I'm pretty fucking stupid with. Biology is another thing. I could be better at it. I haven't really made the effort. I really should. And that's my fucking fault right there. But anyway, he's telling me I don't have the right to speak about this shit because I don't speak this language well. Now, it's always funny because if this is French, like I think it is, one of his little proteges, I guess you can say, is Heruka. Now, it's always funny because I think about her and she's one of the dumbest fucking people I've ever seen on YouTube. Now, for those of you who don't know who she is, she basically just came out of the closet as a white supremacist. She had a channel and she didn't get really much attention. Then she started talking about how, like, I just really feel like, I, like, identify with white people more than, like, other people, because, like, this and this and this. And she got a lot of attention. Somehow people fucking found them. I mean, I guess I can't really say it's, you know, odd that people found her, because I actually found Mystical Forest Dad. I was the one that kind of blew the door open on that one. So, you know, yay to me for that, and yay to whoever discovered Heruka on this shit. But she was actually kind of, you know, taken aback by the fucking attention she was getting on this shit, and a lot of people were calling her out. And, you know, she was like, I can't believe this and this. Why? Because this white people were calling you out? You fucking dumb bitch. But, yeah, it's funny because she was known for citing sources to back up her shit, like racism is natural. I think it was Peach and Coughlin who pointed out that she was using something that didn't make any fucking sense to her case. She said, atheism. Fuck, what am I thinking? Freudian slip there. That racism is natural. And she cited this study that said that, you know, kids were basically put in groups and they supported their own group. And Coughlin, and like I said, I think it was Peach too, they were talking about how this study just basically said that kids identify with groups. Like they were like, you know, you're the red team, you're the blue team, you're the yellow team. And they all played together fucking fine. Didn't matter what, you know, race, whatever skin color they were, they all played together fucking fine. But then, when the question was asked, who runs the fastest, who jumps the highest, who can do this the best, who did they fucking say? It wasn't white people, black people, no, it was their fucking team. whatever that team color happened to be. And I think we can all remember this shit as a kid. You know, you're in a whoa, we're the best, fuck those motherfuckers, they suck, I beat his ass at fucking Connect 4 and all this shit. Yeah, that's the way kids are. And she didn't even fucking get to the end. No, she cited this as a source that racism is natural, which I'll touch on that in a second. Even though she hadn't read the entire fucking study. Or if she did, she was just kind of like every other fifth word. See, it supports what I have to say. But speaking of shit being natural, here's the thing. Everyone who is, somewhat good at debate, they're, somewhat good at discussing things, they're gonna know that this whole thing of it being natural isn't a good fucking argument. That is what they call argument from nature. Because the thing is, lots of things are fucking natural. Like when people say that, homosexuality, it's unnatural, it's found in nature. I mean, that's not, I wouldn't say it really goes to this fucking point, because the thing is, like, it's not hurting anyone. But rape, that's fucking natural. Murder is fucking natural. That shit happens. So the thing is, even if it is natural, we as human beings, since we are more fucking civilized and evolved, we should fucking know better. We should know better than to do things. Oh, well, this animal did it, so that makes it okay for me, right? No, that fucking animal stole that from him. That animal stole that fucking, bit of food from another animal. Should you be able to do that to someone else? No. But the main reason why I think this fucking idiot who I was talking to is FringeElements is because I even said it. I think you're FringeElements. And, because I remember back when that motherfucker was just Confederal Socialist. This was back, way back in the day. It seems like, in YouTube time. In real life, it doesn't seem like that long ago, but in YouTube time, it's a fucking more than a lifetime ago. But anyway, I remember that motherfucker. And, I said, he didn't deny it. He didn't say, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not him. No, he's like, oh yeah, I've heard that before. But then, he said something, and I just, called him out, and he was like, okay. I'm like, yeah, okay, Fringe, go ahead. He didn't deny. I think that was the end of that fucking conversation. But, and like I said, it's always funny that Fringe, he'll criticize people for not being that smart about biology, but here's the fucking thing. I mentioned the user earlier on, the Skeptical Heretic. The Skeptical Heretic and FringeElements, they actually had a debate, if you want to call it that. And the Skeptical Heretic, you could just tell, was done with this motherfucker because he'd bring up points, and actually the Skeptical Heretic, I'll leave a link in the description. I'm not going to give a timestamp or anything. Just watch the video because it's funny, because there was kind of a fallout against the Skeptical Heretic on this shit. They're like little racist kids and Diana Boston and a few other fucking people getting pissed off because of the way he treated FringeElements. But one of the best fucking parts of the video is he was like, Fringe had plenty of time to respond, but most of it was filled with this and just, oh my god, and then my favorite, and you could tell the Skeptical Heretic just was like, god damn it, can you just fucking end this shit now? Because he kept on saying, we're ready for closing arguments, good, and no, I have plenty more to say. Skeptical Heretic fucking destroyed him, and that's why I'm so fucking happy to call the Skeptical Heretic a friend of mine, because god damn it, he just did such a good fucking job on this little shit. Anyway, so yeah, it's like if I'm not qualified, well, okay, well, Skeptical Heretic defeated his ass, so is he, like I said, if this is Fringe, so is he really qualified? Skeptical Heretic knows a lot more than he does. So is he really? And it's funny because after that fucking debate, he didn't go out there and say, you know what, I was wrong. Because there's nothing wrong with conceding the fact that you were wrong on something. I've been wrong plenty of fucking times. In fact, fairly recently, I was talking to a guy I know. I was criticizing Texas, the state I was fucking born in. I said, are they really doing that well? He's like, actually, they are. Actually, they're doing very well. They have like an economy that's like, basically like in the top world economies. Like Texas has a great economy. And I'm like, fuck. Well, I was wrong. So I have to kind of reevaluate my position on this. And there's no fucking shame in doing that. There's no shame in admitting you were wrong. You either read something wrong, or maybe you, like me, assumed something. That was me. Yeah, I assumed something, I was fucking wrong. Yeah, but he didn't do that. He didn't do that at all. He just came out and he just, oh, nope, no, I'm going back to my same old shit. But, that's what he does. Just like a lot of atheists who, they're proven wrong on something, like, the Treaty of Tripoli, it's like, well, it wasn't really what you think it was. But then they're like, oh, really? And then when a theist says, this is a Christian nation, then, oh, no, Treaty of Tripoli, it's, fuck you. I mean, the theists did the same shit, but anyway. One weird thing is that it seems like a lot of my newer videos don't really get a lot of views, but some of my older videos tend to get a lot of views. Like, lately, it seems, I'm getting a lot more views on, like, my Illuminati videos, and I'll get people, saying, like, oh, yeah, you just know everything, don't you? I've never claimed to know everything. I'm just saying it's bullshit. It's kind of like saying it's poppycock. It's humbug. Same fucking thing. I'm saying you cannot back up your fucking case. So I'm going to say it's bullshit. Until it's fucking proven true, I'm going to say that. Anyhow, so yeah, one of my videos that was getting some comments is a video called On Race Realism. Hence the fucking title of this. Now, I've had a few fucking comments. Most of them are stupid. But one guy jumped on there. And I kind of thought maybe he was just trying to take the piss for a minute there. But then I started reading more what this motherfucker had to say. But he said, how can you call people racist if you don't believe that races exist? Think about that one for a minute. Because the thing is it a terrible point to bring up? Not really. It's not, but then when you think about it, you're like, actually, yeah, that's a pretty fucking terrible point. And I'm kind of like, well, yeah, race is a man-made construct. That's all it is. When people say the human race, they're trying to say, look, race doesn't exist. Now, this motherfucker apparently doesn't get this, and this is going to come up later in the video. I promise you. But here's the thing. With that fucking argument, and here's why it's stupid. If you're an atheist, and you don't believe God exists, how can you call someone a theist? Isn't that the same thing? You don't believe that God exists, so how can you call someone a theist? You know why? Because other people do. Now, some people might say that's not really a good analogy, and I think it is. Because the thing is, if I say races, there are no races. We're all human beings here. That's it. That's all there is to it. But then the people who think that, yes, there are different races, they are fucking racist because the majority of the fucking time. And this isn't just white people. They think that their race is somehow superior. And by the way, when I say race, I mean race. Race. You might race. And the reason I said it's not just white people is because of the user Spruce Panther Commit. Now, if you guys don't remember her, she had kind of a short-lived YouTube experience or a career, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And this is primarily because Edible Napalm did a video against her. And he was, calling her out because she was basically making, and I forget the fucking woman's name. I forget her first name, and I'm drawing a blank on this, but it's something like Lori Logan. She was raped in Africa, and she's like, maybe this is karmic retribution, for, apartheid. Maybe this is karmic retribution for this, even though she had nothing to fucking do with it. But, she was making this argument, and Edible Napalm, him, for some fucking reason, I have no idea why, he always gets shit on for his opinion, even though he's not doing anything worse than any other fucking atheist YouTuber. He's just expressing his fucking opinion. But anyway, she, DMCA'd him. I think he lost a couple channels for that. She also made some stupid fucking arguments like, Black Power is about free lunches. And I'm not making up that line, by the way. I'm not fucking making that up. I make up some shit very fucking rarely, and it's usually in a joking way. That is not one of them. And actually, I got into it with her. I said, there's one race, and that's the human race. No, there's a difference in the races. For this and this and this. And what does she do after that? She fucking blocked me. Of course. But here's the thing. It's funny that she says, oh, there is, and blacks are this. Okay, well, you know what's funny? Because I know a guy who, he's very fucking racist. And he's white. He said that you can look at any fucking civilization. And say, you know what? All of these civilizations have built something except for Africa. All of them. So, what is it? Is it that the blacks, since we are different races according to this fucking cunt, that they can't build a fucking civilization that's actually successful. They cannot build upon that shit. So is that fucking useful? Because, she's making this fucking art. There's a difference. Okay, well, why haven't blacks built anything? Now, fairness here, the thing is, Africa, they've always been fucked with. They have the Catholic Church running down there saying, oh, don't use condoms, do this and this and this. Instead of, using condoms that would probably fucking prevent, things like AIDS. We have, white people going down there, using them as slaves. We have just people fucking with them constantly. The fucking Italians during World War II went down there to try to, I guess, reestablish the Roman Empire. But, so the thing is it that blacks can't create a society? No, it's because they're constantly getting fucked with. But anyway, but that's what this bitch is saying. It's like, okay, well, are Africans really that fucking great? Or is it that just all people suck? But anyway. So, yeah, that's the reason why I say it's not just white people who bring this shit up. So anyway, the son of a bitch is, he's going back and forth with me, and I say, no, race is a man-made construct. It's just that we say there's a difference between you and I. This has been happening for a long fucking time. It's this social fucking privilege. Now, a great fucking example of that social privilege is this. I saw a video, I don't remember if it was linked on Facebook or possibly it was just a recommended video for me on YouTube, which since so few people are uploading videos, I'm actually kind of reduced to watching. It was a video with this racist motherfucker at a Republican convention. I don't remember the date. So it could be old, it could be fairly new, but this guy was saying all this racist shit, and these young Republicans were like, what the fuck are you talking about? Which, by the way, first off, that gives me some hope for the future of the Republican Party, even though I disagree with almost their entire fucking platform. It actually gives me some hope that this is how the Republican Party is going to be. They're going to get over this fucking racist, homophobic, xenophobic shit, which is kind of a fucking germ in their party. So hopefully they get over that shit. And like I said, I disagree with even, beyond all that, homophobic and bigoted shit. Maybe this is how the party's going to be, and actually we can have some decent elections again and get some good people for the Republican Party. But anyway, this motherfucker is basically saying, well, your ancestors, they gave you this, basically he's saying, your ancestors stay pure white, and they gave you this. So what, you want to give that up? And basically they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm fine if someone wants to marry and have children with someone of a different colored skin. What fucking difference does it make? Because therein lies a problem. It's like, what are you talking about? So you have just automatic privileges for the color of your fucking skin? I'm gonna tell you this right fucking now. Number one, most of my friends, when I was growing up, they were black. You know why? Because they knew what it fucking felt like to be discriminated against. And I've said this shit before. They knew. They felt that fucking sting. When some people look at them just like, oh god, he's probably gonna fucking steal from me. He's probably gonna rob me. And they fucking look at me the same fucking way. I mean, goddamn, I have long fucking hair. And now, same fucking thing. I have a long beard. People assume I'm like a biker criminal fuck. Or, I'm just some long-haired fucking commie fag junkie. I'm just, some fucking asshole that's gonna take shit from you or just, push shit down your fucking throat. But it's like, okay, so you were born white, so what, there's just some automatic fucking advantages for this? But then again, it's motherfuckers like this who they think it should just have its own fucking perks. You have white skin. Well, that means that you're good. And all these motherfuckers are disagreeing with him. And like I said, that's a good sign. But then again, you have the older fucking idiots coming on there. Oh, the Democrats, they're the party of racism. And it's like, okay, that's when they jump the fucking shark. Because this motherfucker's trying to make the argument of, these people, they voted. Okay, well, what about Ron Paul? He was publishing all that fucking racist shit. Okay, well, what if it wasn't Ron Paul? Well, someone who supported him, and Ron Paul, I believe at the time, was a registered fucking Republican. So there's obviously some fucking racist people still in the Republican Party, even going beyond the fucking civil rights movement. What about fucking Randy Gray, the Michigan Republican who is still a fucking active member of the Ku Klux Klan? And then, who they bring up, Robert Byrd, a Democrat who was a former fucking member of the KKK. It's like, okay, well, yeah, he got a fucking, 100% rating from the NAACP. But, that jumped the shark there. But anyway, So this motherfucker, as we kind of went on with this little discussion, if you want to call it that, he was, you're talking about social issues. This is scientific. Actually, it's not, because he actually told me I need to read Darwin. And here's the thing, there's one little bit that a lot of theists try to bring up, like, Darwin was a racist, and this just reaffirmed racist thought that racism. Actually, no, it didn't. In fact, racists were pissed off because Darwin said that the difference between the races was negligible. There's so little difference between us that we can't be really differentiated. You can't really say, well, blacks are this and that. No, we're pretty much all the same. Yeah, yes, there are slight differences, but it's been said, and this is proven, that there's more difference between a black man and a black woman than there is between a black man and a white man. Why? Because there's a whole fucking chromosome of difference. So here's the thing. It's like, okay, if a chromosome, that is fucking substantial, but there's just a couple little genetic differences, and that just means, skin pigment, shit like that. Okay, well, then, are we really that fucking different? And you know what? Scientists, they don't really agree with these fucking idiots. They try to act like it's science, but it's like, are you a scientist? Do you have published fucking papers on this? If not, then shut your fucking mouth. Or put your fucking money where your mouth is and actually publish a fucking paper on this. Or are you just listening to the fucking racist rhetoric that comes out of your fucking camp? Which I'm guessing that's what it is. Jesus fucking Christ. But his trump card here was this. I knew he'd try to use something against the main fucking argument that people like me use. And that main fucking argument, which for the most part, I'd say about 98% of the time, you can shut these motherfuckers down, is this. You ask one question, and that's it. And it shuts them down because they can't answer it. And that is, how many races are there? How many? Because here's the thing, if you have a biracial child, are they a new race? We'll just say, for argument's sake here. Because here's one thing that was brought up, someone said, it's more socially acceptable for, a black man and a white woman to have a child than it is for a white man and a white woman. Right, because I can't tell you how many fucking times that me and my Eastern European descent wife, we've walked down the fucking street, and people are just like, oh my god, those fucking people, and they might have children? Yeah, I can't tell you how many fucking times that's happened. Fucking idiots, you really think that shit happens? God damn it, it's like, do you think more than 5 fucking seconds about anything? God damn it. But, they've said that shit. And I've heard that so many fucking times. It's like, no. Actually, people that have, like, if there's a interracial couple, they're looked down upon. In fact, I think it's some guy, I think he's like maybe the mayor of New York or governor, something like that. So, since it's not my local politicians, I'm up on it a little bit, but not that much. I mean, it's a few fucking states away from me. I live in Ohio. But, yeah, they're using that against him. Because he's a white man, he's married to a black woman, and they have kids together. But anyway, yeah, like that whole thing, like, okay, so if we mix so-called races, is that a new race? Because, it will just say, for example here, white and black. It's not a new race because they're kind of like light brown. In fact, I've known quite a few light-skinned black people, a few like kind of darker-skinned white people. Like they're more tan. They take tans. Because like me, I mean, fuck, I'm a ginger. I mean, I never had a good tan in my entire fucking life. In fact, it's funny because whenever I tried to like, I guess tan, like, and that was just more like me going out and playing, I would like literally get patches of skin this fucking big, like more than half my fucking forearm peeling off because I'm so fucking pale. I mean, you can see this shit. And most people can't tell from my videos, but I've got red fucking hair, blue eyes, freckles. So yeah, I'm a fucking ginger. But anyway, so yeah, like what about that? And I asked this motherfucker, how many races are there? He didn't want to answer that. So instead, what does he do? He turns it around on me. Just like he did with this whole thing about, like, if there are no races, how can someone be racist? So what did he do? He asked this question. He asked, "Do you know how many stars there are?" You can't answer? Got ya! Oh my fucking Christ! Really? That is your great fucking argument. That is your great fucking rebuttal to my fucking serious question. Because here's the thing. Here's the reason we ask that question. We say, okay, if there are this many if there are differences in the races, then how many are there? How do you make these fucking distinctions? That is the fucking main point of the question. It is, okay, then why are you differentiating yourself from these fucking people? Is there a difference between Arabs and Persians, Iranians? Is there a difference? And some people say, yes, there is. Actually, there's not. They all evolved from, well, number one, the same fucking people. So, in a sense, we're all the same. But even beyond that, they kind of came from the same fucking area. Oh, well, these people have lighter skin. Oh, so they're not the same. No, they are. Okay, I'm sorry. We're all the fucking same. But beyond that, the whole thing with stars is this. We live in a pretty fucking vast universe. In fact, it's so vast that we don't even know how fucking big it is. So to say, do you know how many stars there are? That is such a stupid fucking question. Because light doesn't fucking travel, the second that fucking star, is turned on, I guess you can say, we see it. No, we can't. And there are some that they're so fucking far away, apparently, that even some that have already gone supernova, we still see the fucking light. We can still see it as if it's just a star still. So that's a stupid fucking question. And plus, the thing is, the universe, like I said, it's vast. But the planet here, it's not that fucking vast. We pretty much know, at least land-based, all the fucking shit that's going on. We pretty much know the shit. We know what's going on. And of course, there are some, exemptions to this fucking rule. We don't know about, certain animals and shit, but people-wise, we pretty much know. But the thing is, you motherfuckers are the ones saying that there are different races. How do you define that? We pretty much have a good definition of what a star is. So that is a completely fucking stupid point. Completely fucking stupid. Because we're not, oh my god, we're not saying like, how many planets are there? How many of this? How many of this? How big is the fucking universe? You know why? Because we don't fucking know. And by the way, with that, you're saying that I don't fucking know? Okay, then you don't fucking know. So then why are you trying to say that there are different races if you don't even know how to fucking define it? Because fuck, for all we know, the stars out there could be something that completely blows our fucking mind about what stars are. About what planets are. About gravity. All kinds of shit. We don't fucking know. That is completely fucking different than something like genetics. So, god damn it, it's like, do you not even understand? But then again, I gave this motherfucker an ultimatum. I said to him, you either answer that fucking question or you're blocked. Period. Because you want to fucking start this shit? Then guess what? You're gonna fucking finish it. You're gonna tell me how many races there are. Because, and then he's trying to say, oh, just because it's, social doesn't mean it's scientific. Okay, you know what? We'll just say, for sake of argument here, just sake of argument, because I really don't believe this shit, that there is a genetic difference. And in fact, it's enough to separate us, because this motherfucker also tries to say, that's like saying that dogs are different breeds, because you like one over the other. First off, I didn't say I like one over the other. I didn't say I like black people more than white people, or whatever. I never said that. Did I? No, not once. So the thing is, yes, there are different breeds. They have different attributes, because they're required for certain things. They're one species, but, it's like, god damn it. But I gave him this ultimatum because it's like, you are trying to say this. But anyway, yeah, we'll just say, for sake of argument here, again, and I'm probably repeating myself because I'm a little drunk. But anyway, what then? What then? What do we do? What do we do? What do we say? Okay, well, you're white. So you have a genetic difference from blacks. or Mexicans, which we know a lot of Mexicans, they come as a result of Spaniards, basically fucking, raping, I should say, Native Americans. A lot of them come from that. That's why, they're lighter skinned. They don't have, like, quite the copper-colored skin that Native Americans have. Even though Mexicans, you could say, are Native Americans, too. But anyway. Well, yeah, but what do we do? What then? What do we do? Do we say that we should just stick to our own race, then? Is that what you're saying? Should we have a law? Well, okay, my wife, I didn't say this earlier in the video, but she has some slight Mexican heritage. Some of her family, they have Mexican heritage. So should I not be able to have children with her? Even though I love her, and we've talked about having children, we don't yet. We're not even... Well, we've kind of talked about it. Should I not be able to do it? Because I should honor my ancestors here. My all-European and some Native American ancestors here. And just keep it within my race? What then? What should we do? Because, I'm turning this into a social thing, not a scientific thing. Okay, even if it's scientific. So what, I shouldn't do that? But this is the kind of shit I'm fucking talking about. It's so fucking pathetic that these motherfuckers, they want to make a case out of nothing. Oh, and by the way, after I give him that ultimatum, as of yet, he has not responded. And it's kind of weird because I couldn't respond to that comment in particular because YouTube's kind of fucking up and you can't reply to certain comments. I don't know fucking why. I don't know why they changed shit. Now, certain changes, yes, I think are good. Certain things about the recent change I'm fine with and I've already adapted to, but other ones, it's kind of pissing me off. They really need to change that shit. In fact, it seems like it's just a glitch and they still haven't fixed it because they really don't give a fuck. But anyway, I gave him that ultimatum. And yeah, hook, line, and sinker. It was a slam dunk. In fact, one other user, a black woman, she basically just said, like, that was one of the best comments ever. I just destroyed him. I pwned him. In fact, speaking of pwned, and I'm going to close with this, and it's kind of going beyond this. You know what? We all need to do our fucking part to get YouTube going again, to make it interesting again. And I even told Coughlin this. He didn't respond, but that's Coughlin for you. He likes to do the talking. But anyway, we need to try to fucking get this shit going again. Back when it was like pwnage videos, criticism, shit like that, it was really fun. And, we really had, a great fucking time doing it. We'd find people that we fucking disagree with, and we'd do, good fucking videos. Let's do this shit. And this is, yeah, I wouldn't say, like, me trying to do that, because it turned way too fucking long. But I have another video planned where I'm going to kind of do this shit. So, yeah, let's just do this shit. I mean, let's pwn people again. But anyway, fuck the race realists. Fuck these racist assholes. Fuck them. And yes, I'm a little drunk and I don't fucking care. But anyway, it's this kind of shit that just blows my fucking mind that even though they have all the fucking scientific information available, what do? They go to the fucking sites that support them. They don't fucking try to look at something that goes against their fucking belief system. No. They go to the people who are just going to stroke their fucking dicks gently and say, everything is okay. You're white. Everything is good. Or you're black. Let me fucking flick your bean for you. Anyway. I think I've ranted fucking long enough. Who the fuck knows how long this video was? But anyway, let's finish this shit kind of the way I started. This is Dave at Abaddon 5 Smith. Good night, and may God be less.